Peace, Tone. Can you hear me? Yeah, Shabazz, man. Look, I got Roxanne up here at my apartment. I got my recording devices on, and I got your case laid out, right? I told Roxanne we got to try to knock this out with you as soon as possible. I got some coming up, okay? The arrest, according to the information that I was reading in his habeas, was October 26, 27, 2001. Yeah, she had, now we got to go over the circumstances of the arrest too, and in reading his summary that he, or statement of facts that he included in that habeas corpus, he talked about that night. She admitted that, according to the trial transcripts, that she had been out drinking that night, and the alleged assault didn't happen until like 2 or 3 in the morning, according to the. So that's correct. Okay. Now we got the date. We got the arrest date. When, and you and I already talked about this, but they got an alert that, well, first of all, and I don't want you to go over it, but I'm gonna explain. First of all, that night, according to what he wrote in his summary, she had been out drinking, and you ran into her 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning when she was walking. In his summary, he says that you approached her, and you all talked for a little bit, and then she got in the car and y'all drove off. Okay. Y'all was on the side of the road somewhere. Somebody seen it, according to the summary. Somebody seen it, called home and told their babysitter to call the police. They took your. Say that again.
That wasn't when she got in the car. That was when her and I was at the destination where we became friends. That's where we was at.
Okay. Okay. Okay, say that one more. I got my recording devices on, so I want you to say that one more time so I can.
I said that they didn't call the cop when she got in the car. The witness, or their witness, state witness, only called the cop when they seen a car basically in the field.
Okay. Okay.
Where they was driving to go home. I guess it's supposed they drive home back and forth to use, and that's when they called the cop because they seen a black man, a white girl out there, but they seen a black man, violently rough with her.
Okay.
Which caused him to call the police.
Okay.
They said it got to the point where her eye was bulging out, having a hard time breathing, and so forth or whatever.
Okay. So to make sure we're clear, I'm gonna restate. Okay. Some of the people called and said they seen a black man in a suspicious car over the hill, not over the hill, but over in the field, off the road. Okay. Now, to be clear on this, is this over there near West Run Apartments?
It's not in that field.
Is that
field? I can't directly tell you how to get there. It's like it's out there in that field area.
Yeah.
It's houses and stuff there. When we parked there, there's houses right there at the top of the hill. You can see the houses and stuff.
Okay. But let me say this. On the record, they claim that would raise their eyebrows up to suspect something going on. They seen a black man over there with a white girl. Is that what?
Right.
Okay.
So with his hand around her neck, what made him call the cops?
What made him call the cops again?
They say that they go by, they see a black man with his hand around a white girl's neck, choking her.
Okay.
That's what made him call me.
Right. Now, of course, that never happened, but they claim, somebody called in and claimed they seen a black man choking around a white girl's neck, choking her.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
But you say that never happened. Okay.
That never happened.
Yeah, and I believe that, right? But by them saying, see, that's somebody, see, that's now we're going over this thing, right? But that's the racist aspect. That's the racist aspect of this case coming in.
I understand. They try to knock their asses off their G's.
Because that justified them calling the police on you guys, because they claim it now. Huh?
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Let me get back over here again and go a little further. Make sure we get these all these facts together. Okay. Let's see. Again, let's go with October 27th, 2001 is the arrest. You, according to Jason Wingfield, you got a bond hearing scheduled for July 5th, 2002. July 15th, 2002. That's a hell of a long ass time. I mean, that wasn't your first bond hearing, was it?
I'm not sure.
This is what I need to know. When you first after you first got arrested, you know, you're entitled to a preliminary hearing within a certain amount of time.
Went to the magistrate.
So you went to the magistrate for the preliminary hearing.
Right.
Did you ever get the preliminary hearing transcripts and things of that nature?
Yes, I did.
You got them at one time. Okay, so you got the.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, usually before the preliminary hearing, there's a request for bail. Okay.
You know what? I think in the magistrate did, but it was too high, and then he got into the court here and they reduced it down. That's probably that you.
Okay, so they did give you a bail hearing and they reduced it, but you still wasn't able to make it. Is that it?
Yeah, it was like 500,000 the first time.
And then they reduced it.
Yeah, reduced it down to like I think 200,000 or 100,000, so around there.
After you had stayed in jail for a period of time, right? They reduced it.
I never got out.
Right. Okay, we know you never got out. Okay.
Right.
Okay. Now, well, we got. He also has here that the state asked for 404B evidence be applied to you. Okay. 404B evidence, because I'm not a lawyer, but I know what that is. Okay. Claudius shot that down. He said, no, we ain't gonna do that. And Claudius shot that down. Claudius shot that down with good reason too. Now, if they could have legitimately applied 404B evidence to you, they would have. 404B evidence means prior bad acts, anything bad that you done. They had, I don't know what.
What happened was, I remember that now you said it. The state wanted to bring up some previous record, previous past, but Claudius was like, I'm not gonna let the state's not gonna bring that up.
Right.
But due to the fact that the state began to question me when it got the office, was the officer that knew me, there was a reference officer. I knew him because he was a deputy at the county jail. She said, well, how do you know him? Well, he was in the county jail when I was working. And my lawyer at the time trying to, look, you know, we need to stop that, or whatever he said.
The detective gets on the stand and says that he knew you from being in the county jail? Or the officer? Huh?
Yeah. Well,
in front of the jury? In front of the jury at trial?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's a prejudicial, inflammatory statement, especially...
But hold up. But after the state and my lawyer was arguing about that, the judge called us to in front of his desk, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He called us in front of his desk and said, look here, my lawyer said, what's going on? He said, well, she bringing up, his witness just said that he knew Bethea because he was in county jail, whatever. The judge said, listen, I'm going to deny your motion, and he told the prosecutor, don't say nothing else about that. He said that he don't think the jury heard what was said. It might have, it might have blew out the ear, basically, like it might have blew over them. So he just dismissed and just told the state, don't say nothing else about.
Okay, now, make sure we get this clear. Claudius tells, there's an objection to it being said by one of the attorneys. Claudius says he don't believe that the jury heard it and don't say nothing else about it.
Told the state not to say anything and don't bring nothing else about it. Go to the next one. I guess that's what he said. Yeah, go to the next one.
See, that was sufficient enough to get you, especially when it come to black guys, right? Okay,
Right.
black guy with check out how it plays out. Black guy on the side of the road. They make the allegation with no evidence that they claim that he choking her. That's why they was called. And they get you on the, he not only is that, is he that? Huh, you blowing your nose? Oh, not only is it that though, it's also the fact that you were in jail. And that in and of itself is the last nail that seals you, right? Because no longer do they got to sit back and think whether or not you're one of the responsible blacks or the bad blacks. That seals it right there when they just say that in passing. Okay, that's it. That's enough. You know. So I'm just saying this is the racism part that plays in, right? Them knowing that you was in, even though it really wasn't enough to get you, her getting on the stand, it was questionable. Them saying that you was in jail previously, after that, it's enough to get you just because your ass go in and out of jail. According to them, that's the average. That's the way the average white person think. So racism had played into this. Okay, let's take another look at this, right? Because I'm gonna have to come back and play the tape. Okay. Let's see. We got victim's name, Mary Beth Kuhn, Keuhn is the victim's name. Okay. And your attorney was Rodney Merrifield. Now, Jason Wingfield, he did put a ineffective assistance counsel claim against him, claiming that the only thing that Merrifield presented at trial was the tape of the arrest, the 911 tape, and that more information should have been, more evidence, more testimony should have been put forward to the jury instead of that. Right. Now, okay. Now I want to bring us up to date where we're at now. Okay, you're gonna have to bring us up to date in terms of the attorney, how you got the attorney that you have now after Jason Wingfield, because you've had a succession. Well, I want you to state on the record your attorneys. Okay, because it compares to Jimmy Gardner, because he had 13, and I want to see what you've been going through with your attorneys. Okay.
They gave me
you had Thorne, didn't you? Didn't you have Thorne?
Yep, I think I did have Thorne. It was Thorne.
Hold on. Thorne was the one that had been under. He had went through judicial sanction some type of way, right?
Right. I had him, and after him, they gave me some female. I forgot her name, but she didn't want it. She said, "I don't want to do it this day."
She didn't want to do it.
Yeah. So then they gave me after going through, they gave me I'm guessing it might have been Wingfield.
They gave you who after Thorne? Who was after Thorne? You said you had another attorney after him?
I think it might have been Wingfield.
Okay.
1 minute remaining.
Okay.
And then after Wingfield, they gave me Rolo.
Yeah, and that's who you got.
You still have family in Farrell?
I have my church, my grandparents' church that I grew up at, Cedar Avenue Church of God, and the National Association Church of God Campground. However, that was my grandparents' stuff, and they have a different perspective on people at that church. I don't know, I think those people remember me when I was a little boy, you know what I mean? So I can go back up there and they'll embrace me, but, you know, by me being another one, this and all that kind of stuff, it kind of has an impact. Okay, I did it. And we
It's subject to monitoring at any time. Thank you for using IC Solutions. You may begin speaking now.
All right, Tom, we got you back on. We got the recording devices.
I only got 15 minutes. This will be the last phone call until tomorrow. I put some money on the phone.
Got you. Okay. It's something I need to get from you real quickly in terms of Okay, now you know we got the picture set up. And what I'm going to do is I'm gonna write up a chronology. Okay,
Right,
from the
okay.
moment tell a story from the moment of the time you was arrested, using some of Jason Wingfield's chronology, meaning that
Okay.
she had been out that night partying and having a good. She was a party girl. You didn't run up
Right.
on nobody that wasn't giving up no pussy. Okay,
Right.
so she was partying that night. Reason why she got in the car, she consented from jump to get in the car with you. You hollered at her. You seen her condition. You hollered at her. She got in the car
Right.
with you. According
Right.
to what I've read in terms of his summary. He says that it's. I got to go back and read the transcripts about what she says in her.
Okay.
Okay, but we're just going to make that short and just quickly cut to the chase. That
Okay.
you're doing more time than you should be doing, and they
Okay.
knew what they was doing when they gave you as much time as they gave you, and then ran it consecutive. Okay.
Right.
Now, did Merrifield ever tell you why specifically? Did he ever say anything to you about what he thought, how he thought appeals would go in terms of you having a shot on appeal? Did he ever say?
Well, at the time,
Did he ever
after
say
the
anything?
trial,
Did he ever?
He basically told me, after the trial, he just told me, he said, listen, don't worry about nothing until, they plan for you, whatever. They plan you, and you got a good chance of getting the appeal, basically like that right there. They said, don't worry about the outcome, what the judgment just happened. We're going to get you back, we're going to get back to court on your appeal. You're going to get some justice. That's basically what he said in that area.
Okay.
He gets me see to Lisa, he's like, I got a baby, don't be worried about it. So,
Okay, so after you got convicted, Merrifield told you that look, he led you to believe that you had
we're going to get back.
a good appeal.
appeal.
Yeah, you had a good appeal. You had appeal issues. You get it reversed. Now,
Right.
does Merrifield leave the area? I mean, how does it play out with him? Does he withdraw from the case or what?
One of my attorneys that I had told me that back, I think it was Wingfield I had told me, said that there was an issue with Fairfield and the state prosecuting attorney. There was a big conflict there, which caused him to, either they fire him or he returned. So he went on and returned.
Okay.
And he went on to Florida. He didn't never go into detail what it was. He said it was a conflict between those two.
Okay. Now, in reading your transcripts, I noticed that they had Perry Joe DeChristopher and Michelle DiMaggio prosecuting you as prosecuting attorneys
At my trial.
at your trial. Yeah, they both.
Yeah.
And the only attorney that you had, even though the amount of time that you got would be equivalent to a capital offense, because you got, according to Wingfield, 45 to 70 years, according to him.
Yeah.
Okay.
40
to 70 years, that's what you got. So
Yeah.
you now look, I see you went in 2001, so that means that you've been in 19 years. This year be 19.
Right.
And okay. Now, so the amount of time that you've been doing is equivalent to a capital offense. And isn't sexual assault rape a capital offense in West Virginia? When I say capital offense, well, capital offense means you can get equivalent to a life sentence. Anything over 15 years is a life sentence.
Right.
Okay, so you got over 15 years, because murderers get for life with mercy, you get 15. Life with mercy is 15 years. Is that right?
Right.
Look, this is the proper way to draw it up, right? To compare it. Now, this woman, this female that claimed that she was your victim, is still running around somewhere.
Right, in New Jersey.
She in New Jersey?
Yeah, her dad was a state trooper. He's a state trooper up there, being chief.
Her daddy is. See, that's the other thing we got to make sure we get on the record and tell. Wingfield left that out in his summary, that her daddy was a state trooper. But obviously,
He was a chief state trooper.
he was a chief. You say he was a chief state trooper. What's his name?
Yeah.
What was his name?
I don't even know his name, Jim. All I know is her daddy, he had a white outfit, a little white suit when he came in.
Yeah, Norm was telling me. Norm gave me some insight into your trial, man. He said they came in, then some cowboy dudes came in with big white hats and stuff, sat in the front row.
They came down strapped.
Did that really happen? Or was he exaggerating?
So they came in straight, him and his buddies.
Okay, so he's a state trooper, so he called his people, and they all came in and made a presence at trial.
Yeah, it was him and two of his buddies.
Uh-huh. That was to send a message. That was to send a message.
They wasn't in civilian clothes. They was in their outfits.
They was in their outfit. He allowed them to sit. He allowed them to sit in it. Clyde allowed them to sit in the trial.
Yeah.
They played a move. They played a move. That was.
They have room.
And subpoena everybody that was there for my support.
What kind of outfits did they have on? Did they have the regular state trooper outfits, or was it some special type of outfits?
Her dad had a white outfit, a white state trooper outfit. You know, like the medals, like the Navy type outfit.
Okay. I never seen a white state trooper's outfit myself.
With the medals and the ranks on his shoulders and stuff. You know what I mean?
Wow. Now that was to create an impression, send a message to that jury. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now we're getting it all on the record, right? We got to figure out exactly how we want. Now you also told me about
Hold on. Can you hear me?
Yeah, she here.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, she can hear you.
Hey, Rod, do you know how to put Buddy on the phone?
No.
She say no. Hold on.